Here you can see that I failed chance in 2021 and 2022. So if you fail, be assured that I failed too. At the end of the day, what we learn from our failure, that's the most important thing. That's what matters. So welcome to the channel. It's my channel, Imperfect Trader. Let's get started. If you fail your FTMO challenge or you blow out your account, well, the very first thing that you need to accept your emotional reaction. It's gonna be hard, but that is the reality of trading. You need to remember that your emotions are not your enemies. That's also the first thing we want to talk about. Maybe you are already aware failing FTMO challenge actually means that you are feeling something right now. I have been there more than once, if not many, and I know how hard it hit you. Don't let the feeling discourage you to be a better trader. Please go ahead. Be sad, be upset. Feel what you need to feel. Accept it. By accepting the emotion, I know that it sounds like counterproductive because you heard like you're supposed to control your emotion. But from my experience trying to control my emotion, it's not really working, at least for me. So just feel it. Just feel it and aware of your emotion. Let it out. Accept it. It's better. Being a trader, you are actually trading your beliefs about market. And if by now you are already accepting the emotion and the reaction you have when you fail your challenge, or you fail your life, yeah, whatever, then in this video I'm going to show you how to get the most out of your FTMO fail challenge or your fail live account. The very first thing you got to do is that you need to review your trading journal and your trading stats and how to do it properly. Well, if you don't have a channel, now you know how hard it is for you to actually review your trading performance or your trading behaviors. So if you don't have a trading channel, I highly recommend that you got to record your trade and start to journal whatever you do in the market. So when you fail or when you win, you actually have something to reflect, to do self-reflection. So now look at your trading journal and look at your win rate after a series of trades around 20, 50 or even 100 trades. What is your win rate? It's really important. And what is your average risk to reward ratio? Now let's say for example, if after 50 trade and your win rate is around 30% and your risk to reward ratio is around 1 to 1, well, that means it's time for you to actually focus on higher risk reward ratio or focus on the trade that have a more confluences and confirmation. Another example is that if you have a like 40% winning rate and you have a like 1 to 1 risk reward ratio and you are losing, well, in this case you can start to focus on the trade that give you around 1 to 2 risk reward ratio. So what does this mean? This means that if you're comparing to the first example, this example, by focusing only like 1 to 2 risk reward ratio trade, you actually have a more chance or more room to actually perform in the market. You can trade more compared to the first example. This second example showing that you actually can trade more frequently and still be profitable because risk reward 1 to 2 is easier to find comparing to 1 to 3. Remember this: if you fail your trading challenge or you lost your trading account and you have a journal that record every trade you took, well, it's not a failure. It's not. It's actually a chance for you to improve your trading performances. if you see it from a different perspective. The data, the data that you collected from your old trading performances is something that no one have. That's one of the most important things in the world for you as a trader. It's like a mirror. It reflects your emotion, it reflects your trading stance and who you are as a trader. That's something that you need to do. If you want to be consistent, if you want to be consistent with your result, then studying your trading journal and your trading stats is something you must do if you want to find out who you are as a trader. Well, the second thing I want to talk about is emotional journaling. A lot of people tell you about journaling and like trying to record your entry, your stop loss, your take profit, but without record your emotion or studying your trading behavior, your emotional patterns, it's almost impossible for you to actually improve your game to the next level. I think seriously, emotional journal is something you got to consider to think about. In order to review your emotional or doing some kind of emotional recording, you got to do this on a video. On TradingView, you actually have a function to actually allow you to record a video analyzer, and this actually give you a lot of room to talk. You don't need to publish it. You don't need to publish a video or something. You don't need to share with anyone. Just save it, private it. Just save the video as private and study it later when you have time. But look at your video journal. Close your eyes. Try to remember about how you feel before you in the trade, during the trades, how you manage your trade, and how you access your trades. But with emotional journaling, it's better for you to review your newest, the latest trade because they are new. So you actually have some kind of emotion attack, and it is still there. So when you review it, like for example, if I have a trade in this morning and either it's win or loss, then I on the evening before I go to sleep, I do a video recording, try to looking back how I place the trade, how I feel in the morning, how I react when the trade turned out to be a loser or a winner. I mean, if you want to do emotional recording, it's better for you to do it with the trade that you just took, compared to like looking at the history like a few months later or 1 month later. You still can review your trading stats, but the emotions are not there. So when the emotion is still there, try to connect with yourself. Try to do some kind of self-reflection, and it will give you a lot of information about who you are and how you feel what during the day, during the trade, and how you handle the result. What is the reaction? How you can improve your emotional pattern, and how you can like stay mentally strong before, during, and after the trade. Let's say, for example, as myself, I am I'm very impatient for doing like 4 hour trades or even 1 hour. So for me, as an impatient trader, I cannot do swing trade. Like I cannot trade a daily or 4 hour chart. It just took too long for me to actually execute the trade or wait for confirmation. So let's give me as an example. I am very good at pre-trading planning, but I'm not really good at monitoring the trade. I'm not good at trade management. I am not good at you know waiting for confirmation. And I'm not good at holding the trade for too long, like days. It took me a while to actually realize that, but once I do, I started to adjust my trading to fit my personality, and I think that's something really, really important. Let's say I cannot, I cannot hold the trade for too long, so I usually take the trade that lasts for a few hours, or I force myself to close the trade at 11 p.m. New York midnight because I living in Vietnam in an Asian country, and it's kind of quite late in my nighttime, so I just want to go to sleep, and so just collapse the tree, and that's that. The second thing, I am very bad at monitoring or manage my trade. What does that mean for me? That means that it's better for me to actually focus on the trade where I can set and forget because I'm bad at monitoring, so I don't take partial. I don't try to scale in, and I just let market do its thing on its own pace. I don't want to iterate because I'm not very good at it. I cannot wait for confirmation. So I cannot wait for confirmation for too long, for hours. What does that mean? That means that if I go there, I cannot find my trade in an hour. I'm gonna just go away, doing something else, or just stop trading for a while because it's just me. It's just my personality. I just set an alert, or maybe I just don't stop trading for that day and go doing something else because other ways, if I keep sitting there and waiting, eventually I will force myself to do something stupid, like picking a low accuracy trade or trying to beat the market, trying to be, you know, eventually. So before my patience run out, I need to stand up and going somewhere else, close my lap, otherwise I will do something stupid. And maybe I'm gonna just close this video right here, and because it's quite long already. I have a lot of things to share, but I don't want to share it like for two like 1 hour video, and it just make you tired of listening. But start channeling if you're not, because that's something reflect first as a trader. That's something that that is something that we cannot buy. That's something you have to. You actually spend your time in the market to have the kind of data. And the data, when you analyze it, when you respect the market, when you respect your time that's spent in the market, because you don't buy with money. We don't buy. You don't. Well, maybe you do. Maybe you lost money and you have the kind of trade stuff, but you also lost time. You spend time to market. So even you are profitable, or you are break even, or you are losing, you are still spend a lot of time in the market. You are still spend a lot of time to have the data collected for yourself. So if you don't analyze this data, you don't get the most out of it, you're gonna miss out. You're gonna miss out a lot. Because the failure that you think is a step back, they actually a step back for a step forward. When you are going one step back or two step forward, you know the arrow before it like push to the before we release the arrow, we always move it backward. You know what I mean, right? But a lot of journaling, man, like it's so important. So in summer, accepting your emotion, review your channel and trading stats. And if you have an emotional reaction or you still remember in your mind, try to review that also. Write down or do some kind of video journaling. It's beautiful. It unlocks and unleashes a lot of stuff in your mind that you unconsciously did. Until next time, good luck, and good trading. If you can comment your question, how you feel, or maybe just say hi, It's gonna mean so much for me. It's easier for me to do the next content or knowing that what you need so I can so if I do have that kind of experiences then maybe I can share with you and together we can grow. I'm not an expert, I'm not here to tell you what to do. I'm just a retail trader and I have been through a lot and so far it's a lonely but a really really beautiful journey. And if somehow we can travel together in this journey, we can share achievement, we can share experiences, we can share our up and down. I think I think it's amazing. So if you have something in mind, tell me. I'm here. I'm all ear.